Wolfgang Voigt, or possibly more accurately pronounced Wolfgang Voigt, is a German electronic musician, and Gas is his main project, which is described generally as being ambient techno. He released 4 albums between 1996 and 2000, and 3 more since 2017. Hi, my name's Dan. This is the 4th album under the Gas name by Wolfgang Voigt, and it's my first encounter with it and with him. Um, and it is 7 untitled instrumental tracks of various length, and I would quite confidently describe it as being ambient. So it has built textures using a combination of processed sound and samples. Some of the stuff is from real instruments. Sometimes they've been reversed. They've certainly been processed. And this is kind of mixed with some kind of less tonal stuff to give it well, I wouldn't say a white noise feel, but kind of an element of that to give it kind of fill out the space. Mostly it's got no percussion, but it often has a slow pulse. So there are some tracks that have percussion in, but it's kind of very minimal and it's a basic beat. But the slow pulse is there mostly because the samples kind of stop and then restart. There's gaps, so you can feel the loop of the samples. It's fairly slow pulse, I have to say. And then quite often he's got 2 chords going. So, and it's well, not at the same time. It's kind of one chord, then the other chord, then one chord, so alternating. But it's kind of like a 1 bar of each. And when I say chords, these are quite extended chords generally. So, not to delve too deep into music theory, is when you have a basic chord and then you add some more notes above it, where you get 7s, 9s, 11s, and stuff like that. There's not a lot of change through a track because basically he sets up this thing and it goes. What I've no idea is how he decides when it's long enough and how long each track should be. But obviously something made sense to him for these lengths. It's very ambient and backgroundy. The lack of change takes it beyond actually most ambient and beyond even what the classical world would have called minimalist. Because even in minimalism you get changes, and that's what the point is, that those changes are slow and over a lot of time. I found it's kind of okay, but it's the textures are interesting, but as background music, I found that the lack of change actually irritated me. It's not good enough for me. It draws attention to it by not changing, which sounds an odd thing, but it does actually do that to me. So it's okay, but I wasn't that much of a fan. I would say I think it would be the world's worst on hold music, actually, but that doesn't take into account that somebody might at some point make the decision to put Baby Shark on as a on hold music, which would be a disastrous thing to do for any company. So I'm not a huge fan. And as always at this point, I'd love to ask you to tell me what you think of this album. So please do by leaving a comment down there in the box. And that's it from me for now.